Ciao, everybody. Welcome back to the JuveCorner cast podcast edition, everybody. It's me, Gio, and we got Angelo here as well, guys. And another draw. Juventus is back, and it strikes again, man. And we almost lost the game. It was really bad. Really freaking bad performance, man. And we already got some comments here as well. We have Paul here. Ciao, Paul. Says this team is a joke. No offensive output at all. Hey, Paul, I mean, you're new to the channel, my friend. Like and subscribe, like I said. And also, guys, to support the channel because, of this disaster team, as we'll get into it as well. I mean, Angelo, right? I mean, big things to talk about. So how you doing? Just want to say, how you doing?
No, I'm doing good. I mean, like you said, it was a disaster of a game. Juventus is what we're going to be calling them because this was atrocious. I mean, it almost wasn't a draw at the end. Almost wasn't a draw on the 90 plus. So thank God that got called back, or else that would have not been a happy sight.
Yeah. No, it was definitely really bad performance today. First half, we controlled a lot of possession. Second half, we were invisible and very slow on the ball. I think we were just very tired as well with the substitutions. Motta, in my opinion, didn't get the substitutions right, and I'll explain why in a little bit later in the stream. But Angelo, I mean, go through it with me. I mean, the first half, what are your initial thoughts about the first half?
I mean, yeah, we talked a little off stream about this, but I'll reiterate it. But I think the first half was similar to how we played that Milan match. We were possessing the ball, we were creating early opportunities, but we just weren't finishing. I did say before that Locatelli, I felt, had a good game. I felt Conceição had a good game dribbling. Unfortunately, shots weren't connecting and being finished, but I felt they were doing a good job getting that ball into the final third. Like Luka had a couple phenomenal through balls that were just deep, that were very difficult passes to complete, but he did. Conceição had a very nice runs dribbling. Unfortunately, he didn't finish those, but he can't be the only one. You can't have two guys doing that. And then I feel you had an addition with like Kefren Thuram, who had average. Okay. I mean, he gave up silly fouls, but he did an okay job on the ball. I feel like he utilized his strength in some situations to muscle people around to keep that ball going forward for us, but it just wasn't enough. There needed to be more consistency throughout the game. It couldn't just be the first half. The second half, we slacked off, and it showed. It showed that Aston Villa picked up on that, and they started applying the pressure until we got to the 90th plus minute where they almost won that game. So, like, very, very disappointing to watch overall.
Yeah, like Angelo, we were actually on the phone when that goal actually went in,
Yeah, we were
and
talking.
it was really really bad. That was like really about to just like go and smash something because it was just so bad. Like the way that we played, like especially like there was no urgency, and I still am saying it now. No urgency from this team since the start of the season, or I would say the best two games of the season was against Leipzig and Inter. Those are the only two games where I really seen the true mot the ball. And yes, there's now supposedly now I think 9 injuries now because
We started
of
at 6.
yeah, exactly. We started at 6 around there, and now we have 9.
Yeah, no, it was very, very bad. I mean, it just it just did not go as I thought it would. I thought it was going to be a much better game, and it was. I mean, the injuries, the poor management on Mota's end, and just the consistency from the players is just killing us.
Yeah.
It's killing us. I mean, where was Weah today? I had so much faith. I thought he was going to be a pivotal player for us. I feel he could have been a game changer. Where was Coop Miners? Where was he? None of these guys stepped up that needed to step up.
Yeah, no, exactly. And especially Coop Miners. We all
Yeah,
expected, him to at least come up and at least try to come up in the big games, especially with Vlahovic being out and a lot of other players like a Douglas Luiz being out as well. So, it's definitely, I would say, very disappointing from Coop Miners, especially because I think he only had like not them in the first half. He had 9 touches. Very
yeah.
disappointing from Coop Miners in today's game. I think probably today was probably one of his worst games I think he ever played.
Like I said, Loco was the engine of our midfield today.
Yeah, he was.
100%. He was doing two jobs. He was connecting and the short penetrating passes, but he was also finding those long passes into attacking third. And yes, that's obviously his role, but he was doing that much more than Coop Miners, which was our 10. Our 10
Yeah,
should be consistently finding those through balls and applying that pressure in the final third. Luka was making 30-yard pings down the field into Conceição. Like
exactly.
like you need Coop Miners to be completing that, and instead of it being a 30-yard ball, it could be a 10-yard through ball, just
Yep.
small right into those pockets there. And he wasn't doing that. Like you said, he got 9 touches. That's not good.
Yeah, no, I agree. And one the other thing is that the way that we came out, especially with like I really don't know what we were doing, especially like on the ball in the second half when we got caught in the counterattack numerous times, especially in the last couple of minutes, and we really almost risked the game. We really almost risked the game
Well,
because
if the ref
of that.
didn't call that foul, if the ref didn't call that foul, that was
Yeah,
1-0 Aston Villa. And yes, it was a foul. I saw an elbow go to his ribs, but
yeah, no,
that
hundred
ref
percent.
could have easily kept that call as a goal.
Yeah,
Because if
no,
you looked
I
at all the
agree.
apps, everyone said it was a goal, and he called it back.
Yeah, no, very disappointing. It's just like this team has so much potential to do even
Yeah.
more. And I understand there's a lot of injuries, but where's that urgency? Where's that Juventus DNA? Where is the fino alla fine? Where is that fight? Where is the hunger? Angelo, like when when we played in Italy, hunger every single game. We go in with that mindset that we're gonna win every single game,
Yeah, no,
no
I
matter
agree.
what.
I agree 100%. And like you said about before, our counterattacks, I feel like there's no like you said, there's no urgency to get up the field. There's no like aggressive runs. Like you're not seeing, oh crap, they're attacking us now. Like you're not see like you didn't really see them put Aston Villa really on their heels, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
no,
they weren't put on their heels at all, where it was just like options left, right, down the middle, where they can't really track it as well. Like Aston Villa was able to contain that and just kind of shift according to where the ball is. They weren't like when you attack with like a full with your full team going 100 and really putting the press on them. It's very hard to slow that down. You could maybe get the ball cleared off a cross or something, but they were slowing us down, and that's not that's not acceptable when you have opportunities to counterattack.
yeah,
And like you said, there was no urgency to get forward. You might have saw one or two players doing that, but you need all 11 guys going forward.
yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Weah, I think, was also invisible because where
Yeah,
was he when we were going forward? He was nowhere in that center. Same thing with Coop Miners. One thing I've been noticing about Coop Miners is that he likes to go on the right side where Conceição is. He likes to free roam there, but I'm like, dude, stay close to the striker, stay close
Mhm.
to Weah, tell him to push up more, stay in that central position so at least you could have a chance maybe at goal or on a cross. Who knows? Or give that support for that one or for that two, for that give and go maybe for with Conceição, because Conceição I think was our honestly the guy that could have carried this team to who knows, maybe he could have scored himself, which he almost did with that header. And
Yeah, no, 100%.
crazy save from Martinez, but
Yeah, I don't know if
yeah,
you guys saw my reaction on TikTok. I was in absolute shock. I mean, especially when they looked at it on the review, that it was so close.
yeah, no,
It
it's
was
terrible.
extremely close.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't. I'm like speechless on what happened. I mean, between them reviewing that goal that we almost had, and then Villa coming back in the 90th minute there, and then plus our performance, I was just like, I don't even know what to say.
exactly. And it's just like very disappointing the way, like our body language.
Yeah,
What is that? Like what? Like come on, guys. Like this is definitely probably one of the. I think this is probably one the worst performance I think Juve has played all season.
yeah, no, I don't know. I was hoping that they were gonna come off better from that Milan game where maybe there would have been a switch like, all right, we got to step up. This is Champions League. Yes, we're down players, but this is when we have to rise to the occasion and do our best. I was off because clearly that did not happen.
Yep. Yeah. No. Exactly. And not just that, but also Villa is coming off a bad form, very bad
Yeah,
form, worse
yeah,
than
no,
us, and they still managed to almost get the win.
yeah, no. I mean, what are we gonna do when we play City?
That's going to be another question, but let's see if we could have more players. Supposedly, Vlahovic will be back.
Hopefully,
McKennie will be
yes.
back for against Lecce. So before the game, before
No,
City.
I'm just saying though, like if we were struggling against Villa like this, who's coming off bad form, what are you gonna do against City? Because City, obviously, they're a big club with history. They know how to win games in Champions League. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this game I thought could have been a real standard game for us, where we could have been put on a different pedestal if we won, because this would have also pushed us up in the standings. Because where I don't know exactly. I'll pull it up on my phone right now. We were in the Champions League standings.
Yeah. No, I mean I don't even know where we are now because it's like now we just lost crucial points against Lille and against Aston Villa now. So this is going to be bad,
Yeah,
especially now we're going to be going, we're going to be versing a city that is very angry right now, especially with like how many losses now? 5 losses and now just one tie for with Feyenoord. They're going to be freaking pissed off. You saw
yeah.
how
No,
Pep Guardiola was. They're going to want to win. So,
I think
like
I
I
said
said,
I think I said on the video before that they were in 16th, Juventus with their Champions League. We just dropped to 19th.
yeah,
So
this is bad.
we needed to win that game. That needed to be that needed to be a winning game for us to push up. Instead, we dropped and we're digging a deeper hole.
Yeah, no, and let's talk about Mota actually, because Mota substitutions. Come on, what was that? You
I
know,
get I get he's working with limited resources when it comes to his bench, but it's just he's not managing it right. With the pieces that he has to use, he's not doing the right things with it. He's putting the options that he has at his disposal in the wrong places. Like you can work with what you have. There is there is potential with what you have to win games, even though you have the injuries. You have the options to do it, but he's just not managing it right. He's not putting players in the right areas, and he's not adjusting the shape based on the players he's going in with.
exactly. And the biggest problem I think also with Mota is not able to read some situations on like where players really go in this team,
Well, that's
because
what I'm saying.
I really don't understand. It's like it's so simple because like what I would have done, and we talked about this off camera, Angelo, is that we talked about how Motta should have put Mbangulu in for Turam because Locatelli, we're not taking off Locatelli. So we put Mbangula there, put him as the left, right? Put Yildiz in the middle, and drop Coop Miners back. I think it would have been a way better situation if that would have happened, because Coop needs to get involved more. He wasn't even on the ball. 9 touches in the first half. Drop him towards in the CM role. Put Yildiz as the cam, which he's already proven that he's actually done well when he's actually involved in the match. Put
And
Mbangala in.
he drifts into the middle when he has the ball. He comes into the middle when he has the ball.
So I think if you did that, exactly. And I think if we would have changed that, I think we would have had a better second half. Because remember, Coop was actually getting the game towards like the end, So like I said, it's only a matter of time till Motta really finds out what the true formula of this Juventus is. But this is exactly an example of what I've been saying since the beginning. Why isn't Yildiz in that cam role, and why can't we try him out? We've tried him out for 2 games already in the beginning of the season. We won 3-0, and we were actually more creative. So what's the problem? I really don't know. Are you scared? I mean, is Motta scared of more injuries? Possibly, yes. But like I said, you have to take risk. That's all what this game is about. You take risk. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you can't be having these 0-0 games all the time, because it's now our 8th 0-0. Disaster.
Yeah, no, and going back to what you said, Gio, about this with how he's playing players with that don't match that role, or he's not adjusting the style for them. That's what I was saying, is that he's not adjusting anything. He's putting players in, but you have to know the player's strengths that you're putting in.
Yeah.
And then you have to rework your formation or your tactics based on that. Like, you're not gonna just say, hypothetically, you're not gonna have, like, Weah and Vlahovic don't have the same strengths. You're not gonna play them the same way.
Yep.
So that goes with everybody on the team. Whoever you're subbing in, you have to understand their strengths. And yes, you may have to make a little adjustments. Some may like to drift inward. That may be their strength, is cutting in and taking that middle role, or taking the line and crossing it. Those are 2 different type of players. And he's not adjusting to his players. He's just putting them in. And I really think he's putting them in and hoping right now until the team's back at full strength. I honestly think he's putting these players in, hoping that they're going to get the job done, and they're not, because they're not being played to their strengths, and there's no adjustments being played. I mean, what do they say? The definition of insanity is when you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result.
Yeah.
That's
the biggest problem, I think, especially with Motta being, I think, in my opinion, very conservative, since, a lot of injuries have happened, and this is also the other thing, is that, I was talking about it with Reno the other night about the injuries, right, with the muscle fatigue, once again. This is the biggest problem. I don't understand what it is, but the players are not coming back. Where's Douglas Luiz? The guy is supposedly already back and already doing something. And it's just not enough. It's just not enough. Now we have to really hold off till January to really see maybe the true Juventus again.
No, I'm saying more.
This is a joke. I mean, no, I say more. No, I agree with you. I say more, but I'm just saying, like, towards January we have to see the real Juventus full strength.
Seriously? That may be too late.
Exactly. It might be too late, especially if we start dropping points like we are now. This is not a time to be dropping points, especially in the Champions League. This is what, our 3rd game now, dropping points now.
Yeah.
So, hey, I mean, this is the biggest thing that I haven't like. It's just not good. Not good from Motta's subs perspective. Tactics, I think. What are we doing? We're doing the same thing like we did against Milan, in my opinion. I think we're just doing the same thing. We're just trying to be conservative, control the ball, so then the opposition doesn't get it, and just hope that the opposition doesn't get that chance to score.
I'd like to also add something. I feel like once he saw the tide of how Aston Villa was playing, the tide of this game, I think things should have been changed, and he should have went more on the attacking front.
Exactly. No,
like I understand you want to be a little conservative, you want to feel out the game, but once you saw how things were playing out, you got to start going. Like, there's got to be a change in that pace, and we have to be more attacking, because, like you said, we've been tying, we're dropping points. Like, you gotta make some sort of forward move in order to gain.
Yeah, and we gotta do something. It's like it's You can't be having a 0-0 for what, 8 games? 0-0s, 8 games?
This game was almost 1-0, so I really don't even count it as
Yeah,
zero
I
zero.
count this as a loss. I count
Yeah,
this as a loss. In my opinion, I count this more as a loss than a tie because, like I said, the way that we played in the second half was a disaster. This was probably, like I said, the second half is probably one of the most atrocious. I think this one of the atrocious games I think I've
it
ever
was
seen.
hard to watch, honestly. Like it was just hard to really pay attention to and just be like, all right, I gotta watch this game so I can gather all the information before we come on here and we talk about it and really give our more thought out opinions. But it was really hard to watch. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, we're really doing this right now.
I haven't had that emotion of like excitement since the Leipzig game and the Inter game.
Yeah,
Those were the only 2 games
the
that
Inter
I've
game
actually
was
seen some life from this
yeah
team.
no especially the Inter game was just exciting. I mean, high scoring game, a lot of energy. It was like that Juventus feeling that you were saying before. That energy was there. These last games, it's been non-existent.
Because we didn't give up, and that's the biggest thing. Right now, it looks like we are giving up.
Yeah,
Like, look what happened. Stavona comes out, everybody's players, their heads are down. When
yeah.
you go into a game like that, you expect to win. You expect to win, and I'm telling you right now, this is also not only Amota's fault, but the players' fault.
Yeah, no, you
They're
can't place
getting
everything on Mota.
Motta, in my opinion, is trying to do his best. He's doing his best that he could with the players that he has. But it's also the player's job to adapt. And that's the biggest thing. Coop Miners, why isn't he adapting? Why isn't he not playing? Why isn't he not getting the ball? Why is he not taking shots? I don't think I've ever seen Coop Miners take a nice shot from outside the box.
I mean, these players are getting a lot of money to execute.
Exactly.
They get paid a lot, and also the nerve of some of these players that we know that want more money.
Yep. And yeah, like Vlahovic, right?
Yeah,
I mean, we
yeah,
talk about that. Come on.
yeah. Like the nerve of these players want more money. Meanwhile, there's zero execution.
It's terrible.
How do you say that when your heads are dropping mid game, when you're not performing, when you're tying games, and you're not even tying them? Just say 1-1, 2-2, 3-3. You're tying them 0-0. So you're not even finishing. And this game, like I said before, I don't consider this a tie. I consider this a loss because the ref saved us.
Yeah.
The ref saved us because that was a close call. That was a close call. Thank God he called it back. But if he didn't call that back, which they almost didn't, it was a 1-0 to Aston Villa, and that would have screwed us in the Champions League.
I think it probably would have been one of the most. This would have been a really bad loss. In my opinion, it counts for me as a loss, but
Yeah.
in reality, it is a tie. But now I'm even more worried for that City game because of the way that we are playing.
Yeah.
Because, like I
I
said,
said it a while ago.
If this City wakes up somehow, we are screwed. We are cooked. Okay.
Yeah.
We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. If this City wakes up somehow, because like I said, they are a sleepy beast right now. They're a sleepy giant that is waiting to just wake up at the perfect moment to strike. And against Juventus, it's probably the biggest. Like I said, this is the perfect time for them to really wake up against a top team. As we always say, that this Juventus, in my opinion, is a top team. But we're just not showing it. And now, like I said, let's see if we get some players back, because if we don't, we are definitely screwed. Because we cannot be playing. If you saw our bench, 4 guys on our bench, not even. And one thing I do blame Motta.
It actually is kind of embarrassing.
I blame Motta with not even calling the Primavera, not even calling up the academy players. Why isn't he not doing that? Why can't we take a striker from the academy? Do something. Do something to actually give some guys some minutes.
You never know.
There's no way that we could do this. That we can do this.
I feel like City was watching this game thoroughly and was like, because if we won this game, I feel like they would have been a little more concerned. They're like, okay, this Juventus team has been tested and passed that test.
Yeah,
we didn't pass the test.
No, we didn't.
So now they're looking at this like, okay, how are we approaching this game? And I feel like they're gonna come at it with, we could attack the crap out of this team. We could just send numbers forward and dominate that possession and get shots off and just keep numbers high up, because they're playing conservative and they're not having the urgency to come to attack forward on them. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm scared.
honestly, now I'm actually seeing that we are more. Um, I think that without Vlahovic, we are just offenseless. Like
Yeah,
we can't even go forward. It's so bad that even it makes Vlahovic look like that he's actually the star.
and Vlahovic has not been playing well.
And he, in my opinion, I mean, even though he's been scoring some goals, doesn't mean that he's the the champagne guy. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah,
not the guy that's like wow. You know?
yeah, no, I agree. It's it's definitely putting him up on a higher pedestal as he's out, but he wasn't playing well before he got hurt. So we can only pray he plays better when he comes back. I don't know.
We need him. We need him. We need him now. Like as I'm seeing, we actually play way better with Vlahovic on the pitch and without him, it's terrible. It's really terrible.
We need him
We
for
can't
now,
score.
and then
We can't score.
the January Mercado. We need to get we need to get
Um,
someone who could
we
play.
need. I'm sorry, but we need to get a lot more than 3 players, 2 players. We need a lot
Yeah.
more. We can't because this is bad. Like 8, 9 injuries now. Savona now injured. Now who are you gonna put? Rui? Is that it? Seriously? Like
What is
Adzic
going
is
on
not
with
back.
what's going on with the medical and the physical staff of Juventus? Like,
I
why
have
why
no clue. This
why
is how
are none of our guys fit and have they're why are they injury prone? That's like the word for it. Why are they injury prone all of a sudden?
yeah, it's just so weird to me how this team has now like Nico Gonzalez, his last injury was not even like 2 years ago. Now all of a sudden he comes to Juventus and now he's injured. Douglas Luiz, same thing. Last season he wasn't even injured.
Yeah.
I don't think he missed even any games. This season he comes to Juventus, injured. Then we go to Adzic. Adzic, same thing. Injured. And not only one time, 3 times he was injured. In the summer it began, and then it just didn't happen. And then after that, with the ACLs, that hurts us a lot with the defense, man. With the Bremer out and then Cabal. But I blame international break as well because I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now, if we didn't have international break and we had these players resting for at least a week, then we wouldn't be. Man, I'm telling you right.
We talked about this multiple, I say, streams ago when we were having the conversation of the number of games is just way too much.
Yeah.
These players have no time to recover. And now you see, now we're getting hit with it. Now we have 8 or 9 injuries. And like I said before, I remember clearly, I said, we're not going to know how to manage this because this is the first year, especially for the new Champions League layout. This is the first year for it. So we're only taking a little like hints of like, all right, this is how we could possibly manage it. But until we actually complete this year's Champions League and all that, then we'll get a real idea of how to manage the number of games and how to create a better training regimen and recovery plan for our players because clearly we're taking a huge hit with injuries and it's showing. I mean, how many players you say we had on the bench? 4?
4.
4 is ridiculous. Like that's just embarrassing, and especially the fact he didn't call up anyone.
And two,
That's a
and
whole
two,
separate conversation.
and 2, or actually we had like around not 4, 5. We have 5 because we had 2 keepers, 2 keepers, and 3 to 4 outfield players. That's it.
Yeah, no, ridiculous.
And this is a big problem. And this is why I keep saying, if this continues and we're gonna verse a city, we're gonna verse, Inter in January, we're gonna verse Milan soon in January as well for the Super Copa. I hope our players really come back because this is the time that we really need them. Nico Gonzalez, where the hell has he been?
He's been on vacation.
This guy has been doing some gaming over here.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You're getting paid a lot of money and you're just sitting around not doing anything about it. Smiling, taking
We're
photos
doing more
on
work.
Instagram.
We're doing more work.
We're doing more work. We're doing more work, which is a good thing. I like it. Like I said, Angelo, like I said, guys in the chat, make sure if you're new, like and subscribe. Also, push notifications for more streams like this, more videos as well, because like I said, there'll be an aftermath video coming soon.
Yes.
We're gonna be doing that soon.
And guys, I don't know the updated number on subscribers we have on YouTube, but last I checked, we were at 478.
We're still at 4. Yeah, still 478. We're almost at 500, everybody. So let's
Let's
go.
get
Let's
that to
keep going.
500.
Yep, we got also, I think, a comment in the chat. Ciao Anthony says, Ciao Gio and Angelo. At least you guys are defending well. Our win versus Slovian and Bratislava doesn't even feel like a win because of our defense. Yeah, no, I have to agree with you. I agree with you. At least we are defending well with the injuries that we have because it's, crazy, right? I mean, it's just mind-boggling how we actually are defending well with the amount of
Yeah.
injuries. I think that's
I,
only our positive thing. But when it comes to like offensive phases in terms of scoring, where's our big guys? And this is the problem. Where's Coop Miners? Where's Weah? Where's Yildiz?
well, I was going to say, I like that Anthony brought that up. I feel like we haven't been giving, and I say this myself, I feel like we haven't been giving enough credit to our defense because we haven't been conceding. I mean, yes, that last play of the game could have made that 1-0, but in all, like our defense, in all honesty, we have not been conceding. So you got to we have to look at the positives on that. Defending, we've been doing well.
Yeah. And Anthony, I have to also say as well is that, we play like bacalas. We're playing like bacalas on the pitch. And just when my guy RB comes in here as well, he also says defensively good, but again we play like chickens. 100%. Now we actually play like turkeys, everybody. We play like turkeys.
Yeah.
Okay? We play like turkeys. I don't know how else. Yeah, I mean, we play exactly. We play too scared, too conservative. Like this guy Danilo comes in and right away, when he gets the ball, what's his idea? Everybody should know this. What's his idea? Pass the ball back. That's it. That's it. This guy is a joke. Get him off the pitch, man. This guy's a joke.
Guys, I'd also like to say thank you. We are at 210, my bad, 210 followers on TikTok. So we did it. We got 100 in October and 100 in November. I was like, so we've been doing 100 per month with the TikTok account being up. So let's try to get another 100 and get us up to, well, actually another 90 to get us 300 for December. So I just want to say thank you guys for following and supporting us. It means a lot, but continue, G. I just wanted to get that out there.
Yeah, no, we're almost at 500. Let's try to reach 500 before, I would say the end of the month.
Yes,
Actually,
almost at 500 on YouTube. Let's definitely get that. It's a good benchmark to hit.
And going back with Anthony about his win with Milan. Listen, at least you guys are getting the win. At least you guys are getting the win. We can't even get our win ourselves in the past couple games. We're playing like bacalas.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it just sums up how bad we've been playing. Defensively, we're good. Offensively, when it comes to the third as well, to the third part, we crumble. We crumble. We crumble. We play too scared, play too conservative. There's no when we're playing on the counter. What also I notice is that we're walking, we're jogging, we're walking, we're walking, we're jogging. I don't see nothing, no urgency going forward. And this is what I'm saying. RB Coms, we've been saying this since the beginning. Same with you, Anthony, as well. If you're in the chat as well, but we've been saying since this has happened. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna be really winning the Scudetto like this. And
no.
I don't even think we're gonna even make it to if we keep playing like this in the Champions League, we're not making it to the round of 16.
Oh no.
I'm telling you right now.
I think right now it's still questionable.
Oh, 100%.
Right now,
2 draws, 1 loss, and 2.
Yeah.
Wait, 2 draws, 1 loss, and 2 wins.
I have my phone, guys. Sorry, I'll pull it up. I didn't write the exact record down for Juventus in Champions League, but so currently we have 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss.
Yeah. So that sums you up. That sums it up right there.
Oh wait, no, yeah. 2 wins, 2 draws, and is that correct? A loss.
Yeah, 1 loss. Yeah, 1 loss. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, because like I said, this Juventus, it's just not. We're not gelling. We were supposed to be gelling a long time ago. We're not. And this is my question for Motta. When is he going to realize that his subs that he's putting in are not changing the game?
No.
They're not changing the game.
And guys, I also like to say, sorry to cut you off there, Gio, but before we go too far away from the points, we're at 19th place in Champions League with 8 points.
There you go.
So currently Monaco is qualifying and they have 10 points. So
That
it's
sums it up right there.
it's close. And I'm going to tell you, after this match, guess where it just put Aston Villa? 9th place, right behind Monaco.
And who's in first?
Liverpool's
Liverpool?
first and Liverpool's first. I'll give you guys the top 5. So Liverpool, Inter, Barcelona, Dortmund, Atalanta. Those are your top 5, and I'll just go through it. So then you got Leverkusen at 6, you have Arsenal at 7, you have Monaco in 8th, and then Aston Villa's in 9th. So
Yeah.
So right now Aston Villa is right behind Monaco, and they're tied for points. They're both 10 points. So it's close for us, but we can't lose. We can't lose. I don't even think we could draw. I think we have to beat City.
We have
to beat City.
At all costs. I don't want no excuses. We have to beat
We
City.
have to beat City.
Because this is like I said, this is the most crucial game. If we don't
Make
beat
or
City,
break.
listen, yeah, exactly. If we do not beat City, guys, we are not qualifying for the round of 16. That just says it right there. We're not. It's no way. No way we're going to be doing that. And there's no motivation from the team. There's nothing. There's nothing from this team that could really just make me want to just say, yes, let's go in the game and let's actually be very confident and positive that we're going to win this game. There's nothing.
That's why I wanted to read that to whoever is in our chat and is not familiar with the standings or the points where we sit. Like, this game was a disaster. That's why Gio put it in the titles and everything, disaster, because this was not the outcome we wanted, or I say predicted, because I didn't predict us tying. I think people predicted us losing and predicted us winning. I don't think many people predicted us tying this game. So this had to be a win game. This had to be a game that was won so that we could set ourselves up for the City game. But now City's now the must win.
Now it's crunch time. We have to win all of our remaining games in the Champions League. In order for us to really qualify, we have to win all of our remaining games. I don't care. No matter what injuries,
there's no excuse.
No excuse. Because, Angela, we had to play. Remember, even when we played, we had to play with injuries.
Yeah.
We played with injuries. And we still managed to win games, too. That's the funny thing. And we played not even in the States. We played in Europe.
In Italy.
Exactly. And that's the thing. We're not even familiar with the teams. I mean, now we are, but we weren't even familiar with the teams at the time. But I'm telling you right now, we played with injuries. Doesn't matter. We still with the same mindset that we're going to go in. And this is exactly what I need Mota to do. Is it a Mota problem in the training sessions? What's happening? Are we playing are we playing crazy in the training sessions that we're just not even we can't conserve energy? There's no energy in the way that we play the flow. We're too slow on the ball. We're too slow. Too slow.
Do you think McKinney?
Makes me sick.
Do you think McKinney would have made a difference?
No. I think it would have been a 0-0 still. Even with McKinney on the pitch, it would have been a 0-0.
No, I agree with you on that. I don't know if that was a question that anybody in the chat might have thinking. I was trying to kind of beat them to that because I mean that was a last minute guy that went out. That was last minute. So that could have been.
Yeah, so we got FS17. Yes, yeah.
That could have been a thing
where
so
we
it
have
was like
FS17 that says we just need a goal. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm saying that was like a last minute change that was unexpected of McKinney being injured.
Yeah.
And a lot of people feel that he's used to be like a high press and bring that aggressive defensive energy, even attacking, just like his box to box running and everything. But that I agree with you on that. I don't think he would have made that big of a difference where it would have been a win or lose moment with him.
Exactly, and we also have a comment here from FS17 that says we just need a goal in the first half to provoke motivation. We barely see any of that, though. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's nothing in this team that really makes me want to say, yes, we're going to win the next game. Like, I haven't seen that since the Leipzig game, really. The most exciting match was the Leipzig one, more than the Inter.
Yeah.
because we were losing. And it was really, really bad. Really, really bad the way that we played. It makes me freaking pissed off because of that we have to really watch this. 0-0s for the past couple matches is just not okay. You're getting paid to do your job.
No.
And then you have a Vlahovic over here that can't even step on the field that says, oh, let's, like I said, and I think, and like I said, it could be with the Malta's training sessions that it could be too intense, like it could be really, like I would say, too crazy in the training sessions with the intensity.
They could be
Because
overworking them.
exactly, and this is the thing, because one thing about it is that when Motta was the coach at Bologna, he was very, very intense with the training, and the difference is that Bologna was playing only one competition. Now, I said this in the beginning of the season, one of our pods. I said that definitely I would say that this could be one of the breaking points of why a lot of our players are getting injured because our trainings are too intensity. But yeah, we also have to put in mind that even when Allegri was coaching, the same stuff was happening. Lots of injuries.
Yeah.
But it never happened like this. Like
So
nine.
the issue may be with the medical staff.
Could be. We also have David here says Juve was selling. Yeah. We also have Anthony that says, could it be that Mota needs to dial down the intensity of the training
Well, that's what
sessions?
Gio was just saying.
Yeah, I agree. I think that he needs to find out something as well with the training sessions because it's just not good enough. And not even just that, but I also think that the way that we approach the game, it's not Juventus. It's not Juventus. It's really not. It's not Juventus. The way that we approach things in the game, especially like, I agree with it. We should have possession. I love when a team has possession because it shows. But the thing is that we have possession, but we're too conservative. We don't apply that pressing and apply that possession up top and forward. And that's the biggest thing that we don't see. Like, we don't see, for example, on the counterattacks, we don't full speed go like five guys. Like if we seen Atalanta beat Young Boys 6-1. They are probably the most informed team in Europe right now. I'm sorry, Atalanta. I'm telling you right now, that guy, Gasparini, guys, Atalanta is scaring me because everybody on the team. It's not even because it's just not good. Like, guys, it's just mind blowing that Atalanta is actually doing better than the Juventus.
Yeah.
Seriously. And we also have David here. He says, I feel bad for Emmanuel Locatelli. The man gave everything he could today. Yeah.
Yeah, no, David, I agree with you. I said that before. He played very well. I liked how he was distributing the ball and creating these long passes in the final third, which were given a lot of opportunities for Conceição.
And David says, Barcelona, no. Sorry, dude. Barcelona, no way. I'm sorry, but this guy, I don't even think that they would be able to play. I don't think Barcelona would be Atalanta because Atalanta is the most informed team right now. They haven't even lost a game since Inter.
That's very impressive.
And the Inter game was 4-0, but they always do bad against Inter. But that was also in the beginning of the season. They haven't lost since. Barcelona, on the other hand, has lost even in the Champions League. Atalanta, like I said, I don't think they lost. I think they only tied against Arsenal, and then they won all their games.
Guys, I'd also like to add, let's try to get some more people in the chat, all right? I think, what do we have in the viewing this right now?
We have one person.
One person now? Thought we had four before.
Yeah, we had like 5, 6 around there. 4, but then no one went down. But we also have 2K Champion says test for Savona tomorrow. Yeah, let's hope, cross our fingers that's nothing, man, because we definitely don't need no more injuries. It's such a disaster, guys. It's really a disaster. I'm really pissed the way that we're playing.
Yeah, no, it's been really upsetting to see our level just not produce at the point that we expected it to or hoped for.
Exactly. Exactly, and we need to do something because if we don't, this team is just gonna go.
I do have an interesting question for you, Gio, though. How different do you think these matches could have been if we had Chiesa?
Hard take because you could say the same thing with you know, look at Yildiz, barely on the ball.
Yeah.
Conceição, probably the only guy that I think was really effective.
Yeah, Conceição had good
And
opportunities.
like I said, I think this game would even made a difference with Chiesa coming on because the way that we did. Because listen, Yildiz has the same qualities I think as Chiesa in my opinion. But here's the thing with Chiesa. Chiesa could come up big, but also remember he hasn't been playing as that. He hasn't been playing the same as he was before.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't think that would have made a difference. I think it would have still been a tie or maybe even a loss because in my opinion, I count this as a loss because that ball for Aston Villa went in the net, and if it wasn't for that foul, that would have been a goal. So I still count this as a loss. And David also says here as a comment, Atalanta gonna beat Real Madrid. Watch because Madrid is in shambles right. I mean, yeah, Madrid they lost against Liverpool today. Mbappe misses a penalty. Salah, I think, missed a penalty as well. Madrid, like I said, they were such a scary team, but their defense is just trash.
Yeah, I'd also like to add, I feel like everyone hyped up Madrid.
Yeah, they
Everyone
did.
was hyping up Madrid, saying that they're the dangerous team right now. Everyone should fear them. I don't know how anyone in Europe's gonna handle Madrid.
Well, here's the thing. It's
You
very
have too
simple.
you have too many superstars on one team. It's not gonna work.
It's very simple though. I think with that, I mean, they're gonna have to sell one superstar
Yeah,
and get a striker. In my opinion, I would have sold Rodrigo. I would have sold Rodrigo. If you're gonna
but
bring Mbappe, sell Rodrigo.
but aren't they playing Mbappe as that center role?
He doesn't work in a center role. That's the thing I'm
No, he
saying.
doesn't. No, I agree with you, and I'm saying
But
they're playing him there, and I don't even know Mbappe's not even playing well there. He's not performing.
and also we have
FS17.
yeah, it says I can't lie. I saw a draw coming since we drew so many games, even with a full squad. So there's no way we would win against Villa with less than half the squad. We had chances. Look at the Conceição chance. That ball was just that close. That close, like a millimeter of going in. You see the
I
replay, which I'll post it on our Twitter, guys.
And if you've seen my
So
reaction on TikTok, I mean, oh my gosh. So Emi Martinez just freaking grabs it at the perfect point.
exactly, it's also
That
guys.
this close. I don't know if you've seen they used the VAR for that.
Yep, it was like
Where
very close.
very very close. I mean, oh I
Ciao
don't even,
Juventini.
I can't even I can't even talk about it with just having the idea of us walking away with 3 points from that game. Because I think if we scored that opportunity
No,
there might not happen.
I think we would have probably won the game. It would have been changed. The game would have been changed. The game would
Yeah,
have been changed. Because all we have to do, in my opinion, because one thing I've been saying is that last season, one thing that we did was when we score one goal, sit back, right? We played
yeah.
that anti-counter, which even David brings up as well. Napoli is playing anti-football, and they said, "Yeah, I'm rooting for Juventus to win, but I don't even know anymore." So, like I said, if we played at least like that with the substitutions that we have, and the injuries that we have, if we played like that, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. At least you're still winning games without the full squad. I wouldn't have mind that. But the thing is that the way that we played in the second half, even in the first a little bit as well, the second half
Was
was gonna have
atrocious.
disaster, as you guys see in the title, disaster game, disaster. And just want to say, senza paura, ciao, my friend. Good night, man. And Forza
Ciao.
Juve. Always going to be Forza Juve no matter what, fino alla fine. Because, and not just that, but I really hate the goalkeeper for Villa, Martinez. I really, really hate that guy. I don't know what it is, but I really hate
Oh,
Martinez.
well, I think everyone seen what he did at the World Cup with the trophy.
I hate it. I really
So,
hate it, and
so I think that just be a little hint for why Gio may not like Martinez. But uh, look, hate him or not, that was a phenomenal save that he made.
oh no, 100%. No, I
Great
agree.
save that he made.
That was in. Like I don't know how Chico didn't score there. That was in, man.
That was a phenomenal save, guys. I have a question though. How many of you in the chat saw this game playing out like this, or did you think it was going to go more into Villa's favor where they win, or it goes to Juventus's favor where we win? I'm just
Well, I think
curious what everyone
17
was
said that.
thought.
Yeah, FS17 did say before that he definitely saw us tying because now
Yeah.
as soon as this halftime came, I kind of saw us tying or losing.
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying like from the beginning. I agree
Yeah.
with you. I think at halftime I was like, all right, this is gonna play out as a 0-0.
0-0 again for the millionth time. I can't stand the zeros. I understand if it was like a 2-2, 1-1, but 0-0. Come on, my nudge, guys. This is bad. This is really bad. And it was just predicted because remember, I wasn't even confident that I wasn't even confident in my prediction. I don't think that we were gonna really get the win. I wasn't even confident. I didn't even go high scoring. I think I went like with a 1-0, 1-1.
Yeah, I think you went with that.
Seriously, like this, like I said, our defense is not the problem. It's our offense.
Yeah, I mean, if we're tying games 0-0, defensively, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, listen, especially with our injuries, that's pretty impressive. But on the other hand, we can't be doing this. We can't be doing this, guys.
We can't be having 8 or 9 injuries now.
Can't be doing
After,
this.
oh
We didn't
my
even
god,
hit that. We didn't even hit the new year. We didn't
we
even
didn't
hit the
even-
new year. That's the funny thing. We didn't even hit the new year, and we have 9 injuries now. With Savona doing tests tomorrow, which I'm praying that's just a knock. But oh man,
they're saying it. I mean, wasn't that with McKinney too? And McKinney didn't play.
Yeah, well, McKinney and Vlahovic are expected to be back against Lecce in the weekend. So let's
Yeah,
hope that they are going to be back because it's going to be bad, especially with everything. But also we also got more comments here from 2K Champions says Gatti and Kulu are very consistent. We also have the comment before that. Suspected a draw, but definitely not a loss, especially our defense is very good. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it was either going to be a draw or a loss because the way that we played in the second half, not up to par, man. Not up to par.
but Kalulu did well. They were consistent. Kalulu and Gatti were consistent. I mean, they're not. We're not conceding.
Yeah, no, I agree. And look at Anthony says here. I thought it was going to be a very close game, but not a tie.
Yeah,
I
I thought 1-0 win for us.
yeah, I thought at least a 1-0, 1-1 win. At least a 1-0 or 1-1 tie.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what we thought with this team. But knowing without even Vlahovic, which sucks to say because in my opinion, Vlahovic has been way bad too. That says something about this team. It's disappointing that Coop Miners is the guy that was one of the main men of Atalanta, creating a lot, scoring even against us the past seasons. And we still can't even, he can't even get in the game right. It's just his mind is not even there. And that's the biggest thing. Yeah, no. And that's the biggest thing, it's, I don't know what this team. We do have also FS17 says Villa got 3 yellows and then Kalulu almost gave them a goal. It was just bound to be a draw no matter how close it got. Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean it's just getting to the point where it's just bad. But yeah, no, like I said, Villa is definitely one of the biggest things I would say.
Yeah, and also the cards later on were crazy. I mean, they were
Yeah.
the
No,
ref
I mean,
was awarding cards later on. I actually thought we were gonna have the referee a lot in our favor. I think we did to a degree, but I thought we would have gotten something. And I mean, the free kick, the set pieces. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know that was more of an issue with the Milan match, but I just feel like we have to bring it up again because it's still terrible.
it's really bad. Yeah.
It
And
is terrible.
FS17 says instead of predicting games, let's predict who get injured.
Getting injured next. Yeah, That's funny, man. I mean, probably have more. We'll be more entertained doing that than watching another 0-0 tie.
Yeah, no, and not just that, but I just feel like that whenever I watch these kind of games, I'm just so afraid that it's going to end up with a stupid draw or a loss. Then I just like wasted like at least an hour and 45 of my time.
Yeah,
It's just going to be a waste of my time. But I mean, I'm glad that we do this on the channel because, like I said, doing post games, doing pre games, which we didn't have one for this game, but there'll be one for the Ledger, so watch out for that. But
and we're gonna
definitely,
be
like,
doing different video type of different videos that we started working on. So just stay alert for that, guys. Just wanted to throw that
yeah,
in there because like we said, we missed the pregame, and we're doing a post game now. But just keep an eye out for some different style videos that me and Gio have been cooking up.
yeah. And we have also Ian Shea. Welcome, my friend, to the channel. If you are new, like and subscribe, my friend. Even if you are a Villa fan, it's okay. I mean, I don't know if you are, but it says he says so lucky goal at the end should have stood.
I,
Yeah, I
I,
mean, who
I don't
knows?
know, man. I saw an elbow go to his rib.
Yeah, no, I did too. And not just
I,
that, but also Di Gregorio had a touch with the ball.
yeah,
So,
it
you
was.
know,
I think it was pretty clear foul. I think that in a different game, a ref might have let that go, but I feel like you have to say that is a clear foul that you could call.
yeah, no, and like I said, this is the biggest. I think the biggest thing going for the next game against Lecce will be our reaction.
Yeah,
And we're gonna get into that with the pregame on maybe Friday or Saturday or even the game of. I don't know when we play. I don't know if we play on Sunday or Saturday. I'm not sure, but
I'll pull it up.
yeah, okay. If you could pull it up because I'm not sure if we could. Like I said, it all determines on how our reaction is because we need to really start scoring, especially
Sunday,
because
December 1st. Sorry to interrupt you.
okay, yeah, you're good. So we could definitely talk about probably on Saturday or Friday about the next pod with maybe we have another guest on with us. But yeah, no, like I was saying too, it's just that definitely this team is just not ready to really compete. I don't think we're ready to compete now with the squad that we have now.
No.
Let's first talk when our whole squad comes back and then we add a couple more additions in the January Mercato and then we'll judge it by like March. Because there's definitely not it's just you can't be playing like this, especially with a Villa that has been bad on form and we still can't score. That's what makes me pissed. And not just that, but also the walking, our body language on the field. When we lose the ball, I mean, I like it when we lost the ball a couple of times and we did track back and get the ball. But the other thing was that, man, I don't know what else are we going to do. What are the solutions? I think one of the solutions could be Coop Miners drops a little bit, start Locatelli with him in the center mid, put Yildiz in the middle, and Bangula on the left for now. And then if Vlahovic comes back, then Vlahovic will be there, and then Weah on the right with interchange with Conceição.
Yeah.
That would be my lineup from now on because that's, I think, the most ideal place where you could probably get the best out of your players. Coop will be probably more on the ball. Locatelli does good in that position. Yildiz, I think, would have more of an impact if he's in centrally and he has that free role because if you have Coop Miners there, he's just going to be on the right-hand side all the way, all
Yeah.
the time. And you can't be effective when you're not in the middle of the box because, as we saw, when Conceição had the ball, who was in the middle? Who was in the middle? Really was trying to circular. You had Weah that was tracking like a little bit back behind, but he was not in that center forward role. Same thing with Coop Miners. Where was he? He was a little bit back where the midfielders. So you know what? Put Coop Miners in the center mid role, and I think he'll be playing a little bit more better there and be more comfortable, more active on the ball. Because as we see with him not on the ball, it's just not good.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Joe. I feel that you got to experiment with it or else you're never going to know. I mean, we're going to keep drawing games or even losing. There needs to be some sort of switch. And that tactics, not that tactics, but that lineup you just gave, I feel was solid. I feel that could be a working plan for Juventus. But will Motta make that change?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he hasn't been managing it properly, in my opinion. I feel like I get AC Milan, you're trying to feel that out because you have your injuries, you don't really know. But come this game, you understood that did not work against Milan. This is
Yeah,
Champions League. There needs to be a change. And he didn't manage it right again, and it clearly shown. It was plain as day that he did not manage the game properly.
no,
So what you said, I think would have a better shot of whatever we're doing right now.
exactly. Because I think that it all determines on if Motta's smart enough to really see who works in what position and who doesn't.
Yeah.
And let's see what really happens with that. And I hope this, somebody clip what I'm saying because this is definitely very important. And I hope Motta really realizes that Yildiz, if you want to get Yildiz more involved, because as we saw in the first two games, he's already been that big player in that cam role. He's very good when it comes to creativity. And if you push Coop Miners a little bit back, and you have a Locatelli that has been solid for us, hey, I can't complain. We have a good team. It all depends on if Mota sees who needs to play on which position, who doesn't need to be, I think on the pitch. And we'll see that. And I think that really solves up everything, guys. I mean, Angelo, any last words before we really end it off with the post match today?
No, I mean, I feel like this post match, there was stuff we had to cover, which we did, but I feel like there just wasn't too much because the game, like I said, it didn't have that exciting energy brought to it. There wasn't really, I mean, anything new. Like Malta didn't make any changes that we could really elaborate on. Yes, we had a difference with Weah up in that 9 role, but we had a lot of players that did not show up to play, so there's not much to talk about if they're not showing up. We had some
Yep,
positives from Conceição and Locatelli, but our back line. But it is we had nothing else to really bring up because our front line didn't show.
exactly. And that's going to be the biggest thing, guys. And, let's hope for the better for the Lecce match. Guys, we will be back with a video as well. And
Yes,
also,
definitely.
guys, like I said, make sure to stay tuned for all the streams because we will have our pregame show as well. And we will also maybe have a aftermath podcast with maybe a special guest maybe on Friday or who knows. Possibly maybe Friday we'll do something. Friday, Saturday, Sunday we're always going to be active, and also guys, make sure you know the drill. Like and subscribe, push notifications. Also check out all of our socials in the description below because lots of socials are growing. We're almost at 700 followers on Instagram. We just reached 200 on TikTok, Twitter, almost at 640 I think right now. And guys on YouTube, you already know. Come on, guys, subscribe. We're almost at 500. Let's get it before the end of the month. And like I said, Angelo, pleasure having you
Always.
on. And like I said, guys, stay tuned for the new video that will be out, and it will be the aftermath video of the Villa game. And stay tuned for that on our TikTok and also on Instagram as well, because we're going to be posting that on all of our platforms. So, guys, thank you for joining us, and let's hopefully get a win on the next one. As always, fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. Ciao tutti. Ciao everybody.
Ciao.